Hello, my many friends, and welcome to Unit 4. We did it. And you know what? It's not super big and arduous like Unit 4 of the Hazards one. I honestly think Unit 4 should have been split up into two. That's just my opinion. But we did it. So excited. Oh, yeah.
Rock on Daddy O. I guess I'll be out of work after this. Does anyone need a Vocaloid?
Whoa, that was weird. Anyhow, on with the show. So, compiling your report. So, number one, what is good? What is safe? What is good and safe? So, if you're doing your inspection, you see someone breakdancing, that's good, not necessarily safe. So, document your safe, good things you found. Number two, what are the deficiencies, the unsafe things that you did find? How will you correct them using the hierarchy of controls, our big, like Maslow esque pyramid? Thanks, Frank Bird Jr. Who will do what by when? Sign off when you're done, and make sure the controls are effective. Follow up in next inspection. Here's a hint: check out the hazard assessments because everything's intertwined and interlocked. Everything just kind of, ooh, oh, I didn't know I could do that. It's like a wave. So, what do you do when you find unsafe work conditions? First thing you do, once they're identified, make sure to bring them to the attention of the employer. The employer is then to expect to protect the workers by immediately addressing the unsafe condition or hazard, correct the root cause to prevent reoccurrence, and inform workers and the Health and Safety Committee of corrective actions. Corrective actions must be completed in a timely manner. So, timely manner being 30 days to respond. If corrective action is to exceed 30 days, the employer must, in writing, outline details of why the corrective action will exceed 30 days and provide a timetable of implementations. Yay. So I found an example too. All right, so we're going to make pretend that you did your inspection and you found equipment cluttering the hallway. So first, have the equipment moved immediately to that is unsafe to a safe location. Second, identify why the equipment was not stored properly. If there was a lack of storage room and some needed to be created by the employer, a written notice would have to go to the Health Safety Committee, identifying a timeline and a solution to address the unsafe condition in a short term. So, equipment is stored all on one side of the hallway. Suppose it works. Oh boy, it's homework time. Time to do some homework or get so smart. Activity 4-1: complete your inspection, write a report. So, remember the activity we did yesterday or back in Unit 3 where we inspected a room? Well, we're going to take some of that. Let's hope you remember some of it or you still have it handy. I got mine still handy from when I did my classes. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Save everything. But so what we're gonna do, these slides from that one there. So this is how we're compiling our report. So start up here. I don't know if you can see my mouse. Probably not. There we go. So compiling report, inspection team. It's probably just yourself. Where you did it. I did my kitchen. Inspection date. Inspection report date. Uh, Positive observations. What did you see that you liked? Feedback to workers. Probably weren't any workers. Identify the hazards. So identify the deficiencies, the corrective actions, implemented by. Put your target date, what you want, where, what the date you want to see it done. Compilation date and the review date. So we need to have a review date of when we're going to go back and make sure the corrective action was successful. So I'll give you guys a few minutes. Just hit that pause button because we're just going to go right into it right now. So what I did, my kitchen. So I identified the hazards. identified the hazards of items being stored above waist level. So there are soup flats up on top of one of my cupboards as a hazard. My corrective action is store the soup flats in a lower cupboard or put it in the basement, which is probably good because then I won't get hit in the head with a can of soup. My second identify hazards, you know what, just take two. Don't do them all. Take two of them. Identified hazards, floors having slip and trip hazards, corrective action. I took my recyclables out last night because today is garbage day. So implemented by, it'll be today's date. What is today's date? It's the 8th. So the 8th of January. Target date was the 8th of January. Completion date, the 8th of January. Review date. Let's review it next week because I have a feeling I'm going to have recyclables on the floor again that'll need to be taken out. So for items being stored above waist level, implemented by, let's do it on the weekend. Let's do it on like the 10th, I guess. So target date, the 10th. Completion date, hopefully the 10th. Review date, let's check next month. So we'll do March 8th. And make sure to fill these out. Inspection team. It was done by Christopher Jolie Pants Payne in the kitchen today or yesterday. Ooh, yesterday. Yesterday was the 7th, so January 7th. Report date, January 8th. That's how you do it. Nice and easy. Hopefully the first time you're doing like an actual report, you don't have too many hazards, but it is what it is. We got to identify them and we got to write the reports so we can control them. Life will be good. So, you got your inspections done, you got your report all written up. How will you communicate your findings? The results of the inspection must be communicated to all employees and other pertinent individuals. There were several reasons for this. The workers have the right to know the information. That's a workers' right. Very important. They need to know the information on their health and safety. Workers will be more aware of the hazards and associate controls. Communicating corrective actions can serve to show the employer commitment and increase morale. Morale is very important. Lastly, you can show workers that are more involved they become in the health and safety program, the safer their work becomes. So if you're constantly being like, oh my goodness, this is unsafe, dear so and so, rabble, and things actually start getting done, then there'll be more participation because you now know that you have an impact on the outcome. Like this guy. There are several ways you can communicate the findings. Post them on the Occupational Health and Safety Bulletin Board, discussing the findings at staff meetings, staff huddle safety talks, discussing any corrective actions directly with the affected workers or in person, or whatever communication binders we have, usually the ones that are at the beginning of shift when we do report. And because I'm like a 5-year-old child and think this is the coolest thing ever, here's my script. I have a dictate. Watch this. Soup, soup, soup. I like soup. Give me soup. Soup is amazing. Hurrah, hurrah. Okay, love you. Bye bye. Look at that. Oh, it's still going. I should stop that. I'm but a simple man. And follow up. Follow up with management. The management team has an important role of ensuring the consistent safety messaging throughout daily activities. Don't forget to follow up. Follow up is often neglected, but is one of the most important steps. Follow up helps ensure that the inspection achieves measurable results. And, sometimes it's good to be like, poke, poke, hey, is the thing done? And they're like, oh, yeah, we forgot. So it's also a reminder, I guess. Healthcare Safety Committee follow up. Also very important. We create a list of items to review on the next inspection. We ensure the new hazards are updated on the hazard assessments, ensure timelines are followed by management for implementing corrective actions, and maintain records of analysis trends. At the Healthcare Safety Committee meeting, the committee members, us, review inspection reports and recommend corrective actions. Worksite inspections should affect and be affected by the other elements of health and safety program. If the hazards have been identified as part of the worksite inspection, we should revisit the hazard assessments that are related and update them where recommended. And follow up with the workers. Encourage them, let them know what's going on. Frontline staff must be involved in the corrective action and follow up process. If staff feel that controls are counterproductive or arduous, there's less of a chance they will easily change to a new system. Unofficially, if we deem it not good, we just don't do it. That's kind of the reality. If controls come in place, we're like, this is awful. Let's not. No, we'll take bets to see how long it takes to go back to the old way, which is why you want to include the workers in almost everything you can. Just inundate us with information and decisions. Uh, in the many, many years I've been here, I don't think we've been ever presented with a chance to voice our opinion on controls or anything like that. This is usually why we reject them. So, more the better. Get us involved, make us feel included. Huzzah. Staff should also encourage to Staff should also be encouraged to report and communicate any hazard associated with the new corrective actions. The extra mile, just when you think you're finished, there's more. So, analyze the information from inspections. It can help identify the need for training in certain areas. Training is always good. It's a soft administrative measure. Make it fun. Give us some candy. We'll be good. Explain why certain types of incidents occur in certain areas. Establish an order of priority for corrective action. If only there was some sort of number system created, maybe somewhere back in the hazards units. Go take a look there. Help establish effective safe work procedures or improve existing procedures. Identify areas, equipment, tasks, etc., for which a more in depth risk analysis would be helpful for. Oh, there's that word we're looking for, risk analysis. Where did I hear that before? And we have some homework, kind of, sort of, more of a fun little exercise just to play with. There's no wrong answers. There are definitely wrong answers, but do your best not to, like, drive off the road. So, everyone has an inspection under their belt. You inspected part of the workplace or your kitchen or your whatever. So, what would you do differently on your next inspection? Uh, why are worksite inspections important for your organization's health and safety program? You answer that. Reflect on your current inspection process. Are your worksite inspections meeting legislative requirements? Why or why not? Probably not. We got to do more often, I think. What is the legislated role of health and safety committees or representatives in the worksite inspection process? We're actually pretty good when we have our meetings going over uh, hazards as a group. What have you learned today, and what will help you in future worksite inspections? I hope you learned a lot. I had a lot of fun making these. Based on what you have learned, how does the worksite inspection process interact with other elements of your health and safety program? I'll give you a hint. It's kind of the first video series that we did. And with that, we're finished, my many friends. I hope you had a good time as much as I did. Your fully functional assessment inspecting deities. I let you go into the world and make it better. Let's see, what parting advice can I give you? When I first became a machinist, I was pretty new. I couldn't do math in my head as quickly as the full fledged machinists. So the journeyman I was apprenticing under, he gave me the advice I've taken throughout life so far. First, you get good, then you get fast. So you may think you're slow doing an inspection or something like that, but you're going to get more experience and you're going to get faster at things. You're going to get better, and then you're going to teach everyone. You're just going to keep perpetuating the cycle of, in this case, safety. So while I was doing classes, I was surrounded by smart people, and they were teaching me. I felt like a toddler, and there's a bunch of adults. They were with occupational health and safety for like 20 years, and they're doing like refresher courses that were government mandated. So they gave me some advice. I'd ask questions, and they would tell me what is. Apparently, when we're doing inspections, there is a sound app that you can install on your phone. It's called Noish, Niosh. It detects the sound levels. So there's like a maximum decibel sound level that a facility can have in certain rooms. So that is good to have while on inspections. Keep that with your flashlight and your camera. Apparently, I did inspections back in October, November, something like that. And it would be one occupational health and safety member and then a rando I would go find to do inspections. Apparently, two occupational health and safety folks can do inspections. I don't know if that was just a company thing or I don't know. But if two occupational health and safety members can go do inspections, that is better than going to a random person in the staff room and being like, "Hi, can you do an inspection with me?" And they'd be like, "No, oh goodness, no. I would rather watch paint dry," which is uh, a very nicer version of what things I would get. And I think that's it. That's the end. We've come to the end of my magnum opus. I actually had a lot of fun doing these. Probably the second happiest time in my adult life, staying at home making videos. Right on. Uh, I've been Twitch streaming for years now, and I make YouTube content, so this is kind of fun for me. But with that, I will see you folks. Well, not in the next video. Ta ta.